One of these also. Party, create party. Yes, please. Cool. Let me pull up. If you're chatting here for an hour. I completely forgot that whenever you go to Nightwave, when a new episode comes out and it automatically plays the episode. So, we're doing this real quick, I suppose. So we got this poor lad. With all the talk about money, this does really seem a lot, like it will play into the Deadlock Protocol. Remember what images show up? Yeah. And helmet you get. So helmet. Okay. So it's like an Egyptian helmet. It's got like an Egyptian thing. Well, yes. Why wouldn't I remember? Why wouldn't I remember stuff for Glassmaker? I already know all this. Okay. Corpus ID badge. So that's Saturn. No, that's Jupiter. Big gas. Typical corpus identification plaque. Assignment details on reverse. So we got Jupiter. Do I need to remember the planet? Or do I need to remember... Do I need to remember the name of the planet, or just that it is a planet? If you don't know, that's fine. I can remember both. Okay, so I just need to remember that it's a planet. And I wish you could, like, sprint in these, but you, of course, you can't. Just which planet it is. Okay. Specific planet. That was Jupiter. I am fairly confident in saying that is Jupiter. It's a big gas planet. No other planet really has that gaseous yellow-orange hue. How many more things do I need to find? It was 5 last time, so I got 2. We got powers. What else am I examining here? I already looked at all this stuff. At least went around to it. It was 5 last time, too, so I would assume it's 5 this time. I'm only seeing 2 items, though. Oh. Okay. So we got a Solaris U looking kind of thing. Some corpus I turned out to be helping refugees smuggling dead slaves. Mother would turn white if she could see me now. Okay, so this guy was helping Solaris U. Yeah, I can see the, Yeah, I can see the highlighted text, Brittany. I can see the highlighted text. Points a helmet, Saturn, jokes. This guy thinks he's the Joker. But they really don't, like, point out to where you need to look for these things, do they? That's not something I have to look at. Okay, something down here. Okay, 3.6 pesos. Not great, not terrible. This should link up fine. Whatever interface Ostron's got. I wasn't being mean. Who said I was being mean? So 3.6. So that's 4 out of 5. I'm missing one thing. Already got that. Here we go. Okay. Up market brochure. So deface market brochure. I'm not being mean. A database containing a catalog of luxury items, the kind affordable only by the highest echelons of corporate society. Okay, so we have a defaced brochure. That'd be everything. Remember that image? Well, it was a bunch of, I can't, okay. It's a brochure. So it's a bunch of rings with X's on them. I mean, I have a minute to do it, so that's what, 5 items, 60 seconds to do it. I have more than enough time for each. I already looked at it. I already remembered it. R2. There we go. I know I have 10 stuff on resonance. Okay. Don't care. Okay. Pointless, a joke. Don't fall off. It was the rings. Rings. Points a helmet. And it was... It's this one. It's this one. Yep. 3.6. Thank you very much. Cool. An Ancient Doom. This guy is an executor. With one mistake, the spreadsheet of my life tallies to net ill. I have loosed a whirlwind upon the system, all exposed beneath a dead thing, furious at death, a lost thing that would conceal the meaning from all life. An Ancient Doom, I have welcomed it in. This guy, I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I think that this man is a cephalon of a ex-Orcan executor, similar to Ballas. Judging by his robes and judging by his skin. And who else would know the Orcan word for law than an Orcan executor? Or that. Did I already put it together? Oh. Yeah. So Nihil he is Orcan. He was the original inventor of the Cephalons. So it's not a Cephalon doing itself, but it's the maker of the Cephalons, yeah? And we still don't know why he's doing it. I mean, I'm just judging by the color of his skin, which is, I have the Tennokan poster right here. You can see Ballas right there. He's wearing a robe with jewelry, and he has pale white skin. The picture that was just displayed to me was a man. Here's a a bust of a man in a robe, a golden robe. Which gold is usually synonymous with the Orokin. It's a gold robe and a man with pale skin. I mean, that sounds... If he's not an executor, he's at least, he obviously, like Nora just said, he's at least some person, like, elite in the Orokin. And apparently it's, Nihil, who I suppose was an Orokin scientist of some sorts. Anyways, you wanted to see my Ivara. Did you rush your Ivara, or are you still waiting for it to build? I know for a fact you won't be able to complete either of my Ivara builds, because both of my Ivara builds use different augment mods. However, let me check this real quick. Oops. Okay, I'm about halfway there. I want to check my standing with Red Veil. Yeah, Samaris, you're weird. I'm just gonna say it, Samaris, you're weird. I don't know if you'd be 50 flat to rush. I was just questioning if you did or not. Considering the deals that you and Michael get for Riven mods, I wouldn't be surprised if you just sold some Riven mods for. Because like I can't even get. I've gotten some pretty decent deals on Riven mods, but none as good as you two. So I'll show you my Ivara in Simulacrum. So I'm currently using Soma Ballistica Redeemer for Ivara, mainly the Ballistica. It's for, oh, okay. You sold it for a Warframe slot. So I had these named, but they unnamed themselves. Let me rename them real quick. Whoops. So my configuration A is my stealth, my spy nova. And my config B is my endurance nova. Because Nova is a really good endurance frame. Solo endurance frame. She's not fantastic in a party, public endurance. But by herself, she's a really good endurance frame. So this one you can see, not a whole lot of strength, a lot of duration and a lot of efficiency and low range. And that is because this one is solely meant for Prowl. It's solely meant for Prowl and my Quiver. So that's why. I don't really use Artemis Bow or Navigator. So it's Infiltrate, Intensify, Modus Signal, which Modus Signal you can get rid of and replace with an actually useful mod, because you'll have different polarities, so you'll be able to actually put more mods on. I only put Modus Signal on because you can't bullet jump while Prowl is active, and it increases my double jump strength. So, if I go out real quick, normally I would do something like bullet jump up here, but because I can't with Prowl, you can't slide or anything. I use the double jump mod to help me get around more when I'm stealth. But that's just personal preference. You can honestly put a streamline or something in that polarity, or if you want. Prime Flow, obviously, Fleeting Expertise, Narrow-Minded, Augur Message, and Prime Contingency. So if you want to go for a stealth setup, get Infiltrate, and then I would suggest copying something similar to this. Someone's talking right now. Oh. Someone just joined the clan. Cool beans. And this is just, I usually, if Nightwave tells me I need to do 3 spy missions, I just take my Ivara, pop it on solo, and then do this real quick. It's not the fastest way to get spy missions done, but it's personally my favorite way to get spy missions done, because it's just fun. It's fun to do. It's fun to get this stealth type. Because Loki and Ash are similar stealth types, but Ivara is like ghost stealth. Like Ash and Loki are kind of like Metal Gear Solid stealth. Ivara is similar to Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell type stealth. And I know you don't really know much about either of those game franchises, so you know you don't really understand it very well. However, Ivara works really good with a Redeemer, and if you want to get a Redeemer build going on with your Ivara, I would suggest doing something similar to my my Endurance build. And it's not the best build in the game. I have not formed her at all. Like I said, mine has 2 polarities already. I think yours comes with 4 polarities, which is pretty crazy actually. It's either 3 or 4 polarities that Ivara Prime comes with. In this one I have Empowered Quiver, which I'm actually going to take this off. I have Empowered Quiver, which is her Quiver Augment. Dashwire grants allies 100% critical damage, and Cloak Arrow has a 100% chance to prevent status effects. However, that scales with ability strength. And as you can see, Empowered Quiver instead gives me plus 211% critical damage. So that is a big, big bonus. And I can also put on, since I'm not using that one mod, I can put Intensify on instead. So yeah, that'll give me 242%. Sweet. This is actually better than the one I had going on. The mod I did just take off of her was Concentrated Arrow, which is another one of her augment mods for Artemis Bow. Fires a single arrow that has a 50% critical chance on headshots and explodes in a 7-meter radius, removes punch through. It actually is a pretty good mod, but I don't really use Artemis Bow that much. I'm going to show you the benefits of having a Empowered Quiver build and having an Infiltrate. I mean, you can obviously imagine Infiltrate. Infiltrate allows you to move faster when you're in Prowl because you move really slowly. It allows you to move 25% faster, so that's already a yes, the Stalker can stack. The more times you kill bosses, the more times he will attack you. So if you want to farm the Stalker, kill a bunch of bosses. Kill one boss until you get the Stalker mark for that boss, and then go to a different boss and keep killing that one until you get the Stalker mark, and just rinse and repeat until you have as many Stalker marks as you can possibly have. And then at that point you just do missions. No, if he spawns in once, he can only spawn once per mission. So if he spawns in once a mission, he will not come back in that same mission, but it would be possible that he would come back in the next mission, or any mission subsequently after the first time happening. So imagine it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 mark equals 1 time he's going to come after you. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 mark is 1 time he comes after you. So he's got 3 marks on you. So that means that he will come after you 3 times. And he will not go away permanently. He will not go away until that 3rd mark is off your head. He'll have to expend all 3. Yeah, so it will not clear after killing him once. You had to go through all three marks. Well, that's how people stalker farm, is by getting a ton of marks on their head, which obviously, stalker farming is mostly for lower level players who are trying to get dread and the such. Well, I mean, if he doesn't really spawn in, he's not really bothering you. Plus, you're at a high enough level that the sucker shouldn't really be bothering you that much. Anyways, enough about the stalker, because I'm being my own stalker. So this is Empowered Quiver build. As you can see, my Redeemer Prime already has a Blood Rush stack on it, because of how I have my thing set up. Another thing to know about Ivara is you can fire your arrows pretty much as long as there is a wall. You could aim as low as you want, as long as you're hitting the wall. I don't think it works if you strike the ground with it. No, okay. So as long as you're hitting it, like, even barely above the ground on a wall, it will count. So you can get really close to the ground like this. And another thing with Ivara is you can see this is without infiltrate. I'm moving relatively slow, but on dash wires, the slowness for prowl goes away. You can go as fast as you want. However, be cautious though. If you're sprinting, you can sprint on your dash wire arrows as Ivara. However, don't make the mistake I have a few times. You can see I have prowl going on, but I'm sprinting on the dash line. If you sprint off the edge, it will continue you to sprint, and you will lose prowl. So make sure that you either stop sprinting before you exit a dash wire arrow, or another way to do it is, you see that I'm dashing. If I get close to the edge, just jump off. Oh no, just jumping off. So yeah, make sure that you don't sprint off the edge of a dash wire arrow, because it will turn your stealth off, and then you will be spotted. I made that mistake myself sometimes. So we got these level 100 Corrupted Heavies, and we got my 240% critical damage from Empowered Quiver. So we can just make myself invisible, just for the fun of it, because this is probably how I'm gonna be, and I can just do one of these gigs. Oh wait, I think I have the wrong build. Yeah, I have the wrong build. Give me a second. I have my critical condition overload build on my Redeemer. Oh no, I don't. That's this build. I thought I had my condition overload. Yeah, you can see this corrupted heavy gunner, and we just take out Redeemer, and we boom. Whoops, missed. Two-shotting level 100s. One-shotting some of them. It's crazy damage. So that's why I suggest getting Empowered Quiver. That's the sole reason why. I'm actually going to do one of these too, just so I have a faster way to get down there. That didn't work. There we go. Other abilities I have, I'll show Empowered Quiver off a little more. I have my Soma, which I just got my Soma build how I wanted it. Which I'm using Soma as my primary because I have Ballistic as my secondary. So I actually have two silence weapons and one loud weapon in this build. You can tell if a weapon is... You can tell... So if I turn these enemy AI on and I use this, they will react to the noise. However, they will not... as you can see, I'm not turning visible. If I take my Soma out, I become visible. You become visible when firing loud weapons. So although they will hear the noise of Redeemer, they will not be able to tell where it's coming from accurately. And then I have my Ballistica, which is completely silent. And absolutely demolishes these poor souls. I suggested getting, you get either the Ballistica Prime or the, Riccata Ballistica. The Ballistica Prime is just fun. Anyways, here's Soma Prime. I can just turn my Prowl off because it will not do me any good. So as you can see, I just melt these poor souls. Whenever you use any critical chance weapon with Ivora, like, people just die. I suggest using Ivora, when you're using Ivora, use crit heavy weapons, but use crit heavy weapons that fire very fast. Either they fire very fast or they have a lot of pellets, like shotguns, like the Ballistica Prime and like the Soma Prime. The Soma Prime fires very fast, it is a bullet hose weapon. Ballistica Prime fires 11 arrows per trigger pull, and then Redeemer Prime obviously is a shotgun. I can take the Dread out and show you the Dread because I know you actually have the Dread. And that is, I know you have the Redeemer Prime too. I'm not a huge fan of using the Dread with Ivora. I actually prefer using the Daiku with her. And even then I don't really like using the Daiku with her. It does do pretty good damage, like legitimately. Like this, honestly, if you wanna do this, you can do this. It is a very, very valid strategy. I just prefer having one loud weapon in my arsenal. In case things go south when playing stealth, it's good to have one loud option. And whenever I have 2 bows and then my Redeemer equipped, I have a lot of weapons that are tasked for taking down, like, taking down people who are by themselves. I don't have any really good CC weapons, so that's why I take the Soma with me, because the Soma is what's good at taking down. It's good at taking down both tougher enemies and crowd control. Even when I'm not on the dash fire arrow, still do some mad damage. Which the Soma Prime is... Soma Prime is the lowest level, lowest mastering required for a Prime weapon. At mastering 7. I thought it was mastering 8, actually. I told Tyler wrong information, because he's mastering 7 now, and I told him he's one mastering away from being able to get the Soma. But actually, he can build it right now. So I was being a bad person and lying to him. That was my bad. Even though it is mastering 7, and my other weapons here are like mastering 12 and 14 locked in my arsenal, I honestly think my Soma is up there with one of my best weapons, if not one of my favorite weapons. Because I really love my Gorgon. The issue is, the Gorgon, it's under Prisma. I really love my Gorgon, and it's kind of the same thing. They're both LMG type weapons, except the Gorgon just sucks. It's just not good. So I'm assuming you got pictures of both of my Ivora builds. Your mouse died. RIP. Maybe you should have fed him more. That's a joke because mice are also, you know, living creatures. No. I thought it was funny at least. So while I'm showing things off, I'm going to show you off the Ballistica and the Soma Prime real quick with my favorite frame, Haro. Whoops. So I have invincibility on. I would, theoretically this is not how I would play, but this is how I'm going to play because I'm invincible. These are a lot of level 100 corrupted heavies. I can barely hear myself think because of the amount of gunfire going on with these Gorgons. And I'm going to pin some of them down. Boom. 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 That's because I'm standing on dash wire, or the dash wire arrow. I still melt these people. It is absolutely disgusting. I know it is very loud. I apologize. I didn't know. I only meant to spawn in. I only meant to spawn in 8, but I think I accidentally spawned in like 16. They're all dead now, though. It's fine. So that's the Soma. I will turn the number down. I'll turn the number down to 3. Actually, no, I need at least 5. I need. I'll turn on 5 for this test. And then I got my Ballistica. Cool looking weapon too. So obviously for 5 seconds I'm completely invincible to these guys anyways. I got one full behind me for some reason. Boom. 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 Oh, come on. How's that hitting you? There we go. So, yeah, the Ballistica. It's pretty cool, too. Also, Haro. He's really nice. Did you need to see my Avara builds, or did you get those? Because if you got those, then neat. I got one of them. Well, you can grab the other one. Endurance is the one I was using. So I'll leave. I'll stay here for a second so you can screenshot. Oh well, yeah, you can always rewatch for them. I'm gonna show you Infiltrate real quick. Infiltrate is a prowl augment. Ivara is able to bypass laser barriers and gain 25% movement speed. So obviously I won't be able to show you the laser barriers because we're in Simulacrum. However, if you remember how slowly I was moving beforehand, and also how low I was jumping, now I got mode of signal on. I'm gonna turn on prowl. Move down here. You're going to see that I'm moving quite a bit faster. Not absurdly faster, but a good ways faster. It makes being in prowl significantly more bearable. Also, one of my favorite things about the Ballistica is if I stand back here, you can see that Ballistica, there's the 11 arrows. Whenever you fire them, they always make a circle. And it looks really cool when you're like flying through the air. So I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna aim glide down towards that spawn area. It's really cool when you get to like see all the arrows just flying through the air and all each individual smoke trail. I don't know, that's just a personal me thing, but I think it looks really nice. Even when you're invisible. And you can see the dramatic difference. There it is from the hip. And then right next to it, there it is aimed. So you can see that from the hip, it's pretty accurate, relatively speaking. all of the arrows go usually to the same target, except if you're farther away. But when you aim in, really, even if you're pretty far away, like I'm gonna shoot all the way from back here at that metal target. Like that's all really close together. And if like, let's be honest, if you're playing as Avar, you're probably getting next up to your target, in which you would just boom, and that is all. Like that is someone's head right there, and they are no longer alive. That's the hard truth of it. Anyways, yeah, I should have ranked up. Sweet. Anyways, the next weapon I'm gonna work on getting, I suppose I can work on getting now. I can do a few things. I can either work on getting that next Prime weapon I want, which is Rubico Prime. Michael showed it, was talking about it to me, and he has me convinced, and I have all the relics to get it. I just need to actually, you know, get it. Or, actually, no, I'm not doing that. I don't care enough to do that right now. I should be able to. I should be building Valkyrie right now. Why am I not building Valkyrie right now? There's no reason I'm not. Why? Okay. I'm pretty sure I had that set to build earlier. Anyways, I got Valkyrie building right now. I'm not going to rush here because I really don't care about Valkyrie that much. But in 3 days' time, I'll have a nice frame to look forward to. So the Rubico Prime. The first part drops some Lith S8s. Rubico Prime barrel. I have 5 Radiants of these because they are a common drop from the A rotation, I'm pretty sure. From Elite Sanctuary Onslaught and Sanctuary Onslaught. And then I have 30 more of the normal variant that I could always make more rare. But I've just been burning through these to get the barrel. I'm pretty confident in my luck that at least through 34 attempts, I'll be able to get the barrel. Who knows though, my luck may be just that bad. If it is, I probably should, you know, stop playing Warframe. But, excuse me. By the way, I got me some Ale and some crackers. That's what I've been eating and drinking. Except that went down the wrong tube. I'm fine. So yeah, I ended up moving my hand to right here, and I put it around. These are the images you get from the Glass Gambit, and I thought it was fitting because the Glass Gambit is about Nathaniel and the Corpus Creed, and how they'll even bet, like they value the life of their own kind over, they value money over the life of their own kind. So I thought it was befitting to put a golden hand in an item that depicts Corpus Creed next to symbols of a mission that was all about that. The pictures are not in there. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The final, I put the final one in the middle. But I'm pretty sure the rest of these are in order. I know that's the first one. Maybe they're not in order. It's been a long time since I played that quest. But I'm pretty sure they are in order, except for the center one, because I wanted to put the 5th one in the middle. It's some sort of symbolism. So they could be in order, they could not be in order. I honestly... That's what you did with your hand. Neat. Oh, okay. You just have it holding up an I-10 statue. I mean, I know some other things that, you know, your hands do. Such as petting the bird. Well, I know the Tenno, the Warframe surrounding the people is the final one. I know that for a fact. The only lift visual right now is a spy mission. Yeah, screw that. I'm reading another part. Hold on, I got the wiki page. Hold up. Okay, the receiver. Axie T5s. I doubt I have any Axie T5s. Nope. Right there. Also from Neo P1s. You know, I have 9 Neo P1s. It does come from other stuff. Wait, what? The stock. Yeah, Neo P1. It does come from... These ones are vaulted, but I might have them. Meso E2s... No. Yeah, right there, Meso E2s. I only have 2 of those, though. That's the Bronco Prime blueprint. And the Equinox Prime systems. Axie D1, Axie L5. I have 2 Axie A6. You don't really get many Axies, obviously. Yeah, so my best bet of getting this part would be these Neo P1s. I mean, I'm down to try it. I'll make a few of them. I'll make a few of them radiant. I want to get this weapon. If I can get this weapon and then get the augment mod for it. Well, it's not really an augment mod. If I can get this weapon and then get the mod exclusive for this weapon, I think that'd be really cool. John Prodman poster. Honestly, if I get myself a John Prodman poster, I'm gonna put my hand next to the John Prodman poster. I will have the hand coming out of John Prodman's crotch. You don't steal that idea. That's my idea. Neo, exterminate, capture. Probably, no, probably a capture. I wish there was, like, you know, something other than that, but, you know, oh well. Alright. Lady Luck be on my side. I'm going in here by myself, apparently. It's a capture, though, so I should be fine. Okay. Oh, we got a buddy. Got 2 buddies. I can't wait to get the Cephalite mask. So I have the other 2 parts. I have the other 2 Cephalite items. Oh, come on. No, why would I sub to you? Dude, I'm just trying to play Warframe, mate. I don't want to sub to you. I'm just using this weapon. It's not the most effective weapon to be using right now, but it's fun, so I'm gonna do it. I also like the patoop, patoop. How did that not kill you? Oh, you're dead. I need to find enemies that can do a lot of damage to me. I also need to turn my sound down, holy. Like, because I'm not using my Bluetooth headset, so like, it's really loud and I can't adjust it. I saw someone showing off like their somewhat. It was a YouTube video. Someone showing off their somewhat prime build, but then they were testing on level 30s, and I'm like, dude, you don't test weapon builds on level 30s. Like the minimum you test weapon builds off is like a level 60s. If you're testing anything, if you're testing a weapon on anything lower than level 60s, like it doesn't really matter. Like almost any weapon is good against level 30s. I always test my weapons at least level 75 to 100s, because I like to assure top quality in my weapons. You know, I mean, it wasn't a terrible somewhat prime build. I tried it out myself. I found my own build a little better though, at least a little more to my taste. He had more status chance on his, and I'm more of a critical chance person. So. Oh, come on. I think it looks pretty good. What rank is the mask? Because I'm close to getting the mask. I don't know if I like the mask more, or if I like my Umbral Scarf more. Not what I wanted, but I'll take it. $22. I'm pretty close then. I know it's not that bad. Like I said, I actually like it. I don't like the earpiece, however. Mainly because it's only on one side. I don't like asymmetry. It also, you can't see it sometimes. Like, I can't use the earpiece with my Umbral mask. It won't work, even with the hood down. I'm also switching my builds, or my loadouts, because I don't need Horo. I need speed. I'm doing it solo because other people annoy me. I wouldn't be complaining if I got a Pangolin Prime blueprint either. I don't really like the Pangolin, so it's Titania Prime's melee. Like, I don't really like it that much, but if I got the blueprint, hey, I ain't complaining. I might actually build it. But it's not like I'm actively looking for it either. That's how I'm feeling with the Limbo Prime and Ivora Prime. Like, I would like to have both of them. I have both Limbo and Ivara, so I'm like, I'm not complaining. I have to turn down my audio real quick. I'm not complaining. Thank you. I'll turn it back up later. I'm not gonna complain if I get their parts, but I'm also like not actively looking for them. Because, you know, I already have both of them. You know, both of them do just as fine for me. Oh man, more Graviwool. Oh, come on. Like, you can spin around for like a little, for like a hot second when you're capturing targets. Haro chassis blueprint. Oh man, it's if only, you know, I didn't already have Haro. Or over 100 of those parts. All jokes aside though, I legitimately think you should get Haro. He's actually really fun. I actually guarantee he'll be way easier to use on PC too. Because he's kind of hard to use on console because you have to use his different abilities so much. I feel like he'd actually be way easier to use on console. Or on PC rather. And it's not like he's hard to get either. Compared to Michael trying to get Hildur, and I guarantee you, you could probably farm Haro like 3 times over in the amount of time Michael took to farm Hildur. Maybe even a little more than that. Ooh, they're actually like hurting me. Time to Pokemon completing up. You're not allowed to hurt Gauze. Cool, time to leave. Gotta go fast. That room right there is probably my favorite room in the Corpus tile set. I really hope they revamp that room for Deadlock Protocol, because I actually really like that room. I really like this room in the tile set too. I know they're pretty much I know they're, you know, not removing rooms in the tile set, they're just kind of revamping them, but I hope they keep them similar. Because I legitimately like some of the Corpus tile sets. The Corpus tile set, originally, it was the first tile set in the game. So, like, I'm not saying that the Corpus tile set isn't overdue. God, I got another AK Jagara Prime receiver. I'm not saying that the Corpus don't need a overhaul, because they do. The Corpus have been the same for almost the full 7 years the game has been out, and the Corpus were the original enemy in the game. So I'm glad to see that they're getting some love finally. Although, I don't think this is going to be a same quest level as the Grineer with the New War. I really wish they would, or not the New War, the War Within. I really wish they would give the Corpus a mission kind of like the War Within, but you know. Where's this mission at? I don't see it. Yeah, well. Move the Grabby-Ball. Oh god. I saw my whatchamacallit earlier. I saw the man behind the wall too. Quite a lucky occurrence. Okay. Get me something good, please. I don't have as many chances as my other parts with this one, so... It was my man behind the wall. He showed up both yesterday and today, so I thought that was pretty neat. Normally he doesn't show up 2 times so soon. Is it just me or did they beef up capture targets? I feel like they beefed up capture targets, because I don't remember capture targets being, like, that tanky. And maybe they did. Maybe they did. I ain't saying that they didn't. But I don't think it's just me and my weapons getting weaker. I think it's them beefing capture targets. Because normally I would be able to like kill capture targets very, very, very quick, like, instantaneously with certain weapons like the Redeemer and the and my Exultra. I actually have a new mod I want to put on my Exultra. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like Advanced Blast. But it increases the blast radius for weapons that have a blast radius, in which the Exultra does. And I think that would be interesting to see what it would be like with a higher blast radius. And Gauze is too fast for his own good sometimes. Like I care. Oh man, this door's actually open in time. Normally they don't open in time. Cool beans, what did I get? Paris Prime lower limb. That is absolutely useless to me. You really did me dirty on that one, game. You really did. I'm just saying it now. That was not very cash money of you. Well, let's see what else we can get. There is a Meso E2. Let's check out Meso E2. I have 2 Meso E2s. That's not really going to help me. I wish I had that blessed Axia 9. It's actually a comment from Axia 9. Oh no, I have one Axia 9. Well, this technically is my best shot at getting it. I want to do something Meso is E2. Let me see. Meso is E3. No, thanks. Oh no, Meso is E3. This isn't here. The Rubico Prime barrel right there. Yeah, I have 3 of those. And these also come for like quite a bit. Most of them have like stuff from the lift relics too. I just don't want to open lift relics right out. Oh man, you got the Eidolon's Airless. Yeah, that looks cool. I like how you positioned them. I just put mine in the corner. I only have the Terrorless though. I have them doing a pose. They have different pose sets. I don't really like any of the other poses either. I like the original pose the most. I just thought I'd switch it up. Axie, Hive, Exterminate. Don't really like either of those, to be honest with you. When is there a disruption mission on the Kuva Fortress? When did that become a thing? Has it always been a disruption? Well, I guess they changed that to disruption. Okay, that's news to me. I think the third one, you had the Terrorless, and I think is that the Hydralisk? That's the Hydralisk is the water one, yeah? I only know stuff about the Terrorless. I've only fought the Terrorless, actually. Because I know one of them's like a water boy. Why is this? Okay, it's a spy mission, but we only have 5 minutes left. I can take that. I guess let me just do another Neo capture real quick. Use another one of my P1s. 6 more attempts. Yeah, I know there's a bounty for all 3. I only did the bounty for the one though because I was just trying to get 5 Eidolon shards to build the Paracesis. Speaking of, you should have enough to build the Paracesis now. You at least have 3, meaning that you're more than halfway to having enough. And you should get the Paracesis, because it's actually pretty fun. If you don't like heavy blades, I know you don't like heavy weapons, then at least you could like have it to have it. Yes, I'm competent. I need to do Eidolon hunting again for the shards and for Eidolon cores. So I think at least like play 2 more Eidolon cores to build Revenant. And then I need the shards and the cores to level up with the quills so I can get a better amp, because I'm still using the base amp. I don't want to be though, because the base amp is not really that great. Another thing worse than the base amp is than just having no amp at all. That's really it. I'm sure you can make a really atrocious amp that just has no uses whatsoever. But the base one is already pretty close to that. Yeah, it's already 4. I don't know. It is indeed already 4. I actually thought it was later than that because I woke up early. I woke up at about 7 this morning. One more line shorter than the ducats. Well, if you are planning on getting the... Ah, come on, game. Really? You did me like that, having a nullifier right in front of me. If you're gonna get the Tennokan thing, I wouldn't build the Paracesis just off of yet. I would save your ducats for borrow. However, if you aren't planning on getting it... Oh, yeah, it's always the worst falling down here. I actually always forget that you can fall down there. If you're not planning on getting it, I would suggest just saving up the 1,000 ducats and you know, building it. But the 1,000 ducats can be used for borrow for like more useful things. Nikandi Prime Blueprint. Not helpful whatsoever. I just don't want to waste all my P1 relics because, you know, oh shoot. No, don't use this microphone. Cool. You should be using the correct microphone now. I accidentally unplugged my headset. Might be. Yeah, I'm on rank 18 right now. Yeah, I remember I have pretty much nothing in my orbiter for the longest time. Now I have like quite a bit of stuff in my orbiter. but all of it is confined to one area, and that is right here. I like having the rest of my orbiter like uncluttered. Maybe that's just me though. But also, Warframe is just the more you play, the more you hoard, period. Like, it's not even in your orbiter, just the more you hoard, period. So I'm just gonna look at what I have currently. Inventory. No, wrong thing. There we go. So I have 2 of these. I do have an Ivora Prime blueprint, Limbo Prime, Mesa. I did have 2 of these, but I sold one of them. That's 15 right there. 15. So I have about 1,000. I have close to 1,000 right now. In Valbonder optics. I don't need the Valbonder optics, so I already have Valbon. I only picked them because number 1, it's a Volted relic that someone. I didn't even get it. It was someone else. It was Volted relic. Valbon's Volted, so I was like, you know, I should probably pick those up. And also, it's 100 ducats. So even if I don't do anything with it, I can sell it for 100 ducats. Or yeah, 100 ducats. That's why I don't mind doing this prime stuff farming right now. Is because anything that I don't need will still be useful to me. I'm trying to get the Rubico Prime, but like anything that is not the Rubico Prime parts, I will still find use for. Because here is the Rubico here it is. Rubico. Scope out enemy with his long-range revolver style rifle. So it is a sniper rifle. However, it is one of the lowest. It has one of the lowest scopes on it, so it's kind of like a sniper rifle, kind of not. However, you can get a mod for it called Ambush Optics, in which it lowers the scope even more, making it essentially a non-sniper rifle. And the prime variant of this weapon benefits wildly from having that mod, because if you want a sniper, you can have this weapon does actually make a legitimate good sniper. But if you don't want a sniper, you can put ambush optics on this weapon, and it's still works very well. Which I actually want a sniper rifle. I have the Vectis Prime. And don't get me wrong, I like the Vectis Prime, but I want the Rubico because I don't like the Vectis Prime's zoom that much. I do want something with less zoom. And also the Rubico has higher critical chance and higher critical damage, I'm pretty sure. And less zoom, which is like what I want with, especially with Haro. Because Haro obviously is all our criticals and headshots. So. And the only 2 ways to get ambush optics are via Nora Knights. She doesn't have them right now, unfortunately. I should have picked them up because I saw them the other day, but I didn't pick them up. I should have picked it up. I didn't because I didn't know no better. Though I do have 20 crystal cred, so whenever it does come around, I will be able to pick it up. The only other way to get it is via Conclave, and you know, fuck Conclave, so. At that point when I saw it, I just was like, okay, it's a weapon, or it's a mod that decreases zoom, but I didn't really know like the actual utility of the Rubico Prime. I actually haven't tried my Vectis Prime with my Haro. I'm just kind of killing time right now for the fissures to reset, because both of the ones I want to do right now are spies, so I'm just, you know, killing time, messing around, vibing until those reset, and then I'll be able to, you know, do what I actually want to do. Yeah. I wish you could just go straight to Simulacrum from your orbiter. But no, that's that's too easy. I mean, to be fair, it's not that annoying, but it's annoying enough for me to complain about it. Because I truly am that petty. Invincibility, please. Don't pause AI. Simulate. Because I think I actually have, yeah, but 3 times and 6 times. So I'm gonna let them do their damage. And then I'm going to bop. Oops. Stand back. I mean, it's not bad, to be honest. That's pretty good damage. My Vectis build isn't terrible, but I have formatted it twice. Then again, I did mostly make my Vectis build to be paired with my Chroma. 75% crit chance. I could probably get that crit multiplier. Well, no, I couldn't get that crit multiplier up anymore. As a 52% status chance, which actually is pretty good. And I know I have Aerodrome on there because that has a horrible ammo maximum. If I got a good ribbon for this weapon, I'd actually probably use this weapon more. This weapon is meant to be played with stealth, though, so I'll try it out with Ivara real quick. Make sure I have my correct Ivara build for this type of stuff. Endurance. Vectis Prime. Pause the AI just for ease of me. And then, like, theoretically, you're supposed to use the weapon from afar, so I'm going to stand up here and use my dash fire. Okay. Are you not going to let me use it? Game. Please. Please. Okay, thank you. So we got those fools down there. They're unsuspecting buffoons. That's 3.5, not doing a whole lot, to be honest with you. If I, like, put these guys to sleep... Whoops. Yes. I put them to sleep. Like, that's not terrible. However, I could just as easily just do one of these. Take Marino's bow out. Get on here and then just do one of these. They're dead. Just as fast, if not faster, and much more fun. So Vectis Prime, all in all, it's a good weapon. My only sniper rifle, so I suppose that's something. But I would prefer to get the Rubico. The only reason I suppose I can't complain too much. I'm going to be honest. I cannot complain too much about the Vectis Prime. Like I said, it is pretty decent. I also got it for free, so you know. It was free back when the Sacrifice came out. They were giving out, they had a bunch of codes, and one of the codes gave out a free Vectis Prime. That's why so many people actually have the Vectis Prime. At least so many, like, relatively old players have the Vectis Prime. I'm going to show you the augment mod I have for Ivara, the concentrated arrow, real quick. I will just have to take this intent. Well, you know what? Whoops. I hate that. Let me re-put all of this stuff on. I am not angry at all. Corrosive projection, please. This was narrow-minded. This was prime flow. Then I need continuity. I accidentally pressed triangle to remove all of my mods, so I had to put all my mods back on her. I'm just thoroughly annoyed with myself. I'm just annoyed with myself. What else do I have? I have transit fortitude. Where's transit fortitude at? Transit fortitude. Here we are. What did I have on here? Why is it saying my ability strength went down? What the oh, it's because I took, which one called it off? You also can't do a lot of things when you're on PC, such as buy Tenogen with Plat. Just saying. Anyways, here's the augment mod for Ivara. It is named Concentrated Arrow. So Artemis Bow. The reason I say it would be cool if they had Prote's weapon be a energy per shot is because that's how Artemis Bow is. Artemis Bow, I have 542. It takes 21 energy per shot. And that's because my efficiency is not... Well, actually, how good is my efficiency on this build? It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. So per shot... it doesn't say. Drain is 49. It doesn't say. I don't know if you can mod the drain. I think it's 20... I think it's always 20 energy per shot with Artemis Bow. So it's good, but you have to constantly supply it with energy. However, you can... If I shoot it, like if I shoot it a few times, then I do one of these. I can get my energy back. You can see I'm regenerating my energy. Unlike with other exalted weapons, such as Exalted Blade and Regulators, Megasis Regulators. You can actually regenerate energy when you have it out. So you can, actually walk around with it and have it not constantly drain your energy. Normally it fires a fan of arrows. The arrows start vertically, but the more you draw it back, the more horizontal they turn until they're fully horizontal. However, Concentrated Arrow removes... It removes the fan and turns it into one arrow. The arrow also loses punch through, but it gains an explosive radius. So I'm taking these down. I'm taking these level 100s down in about 3 shots. I'll get off of arrow to show you how it is, or look at the quiver. Upper close, obviously, it does more damage. I should be able to it can do some pretty crazy damage. So it's a good augment mod. I just don't use Artemis Bow that much to, warrant me having it. At least on that build. So if you really like Artemis Bow, then if you really like Artemis Bow, but dislike the multi-shot fan function, because I'm honestly not a huge fan of the multi-shot fan function, which is why I don't use Artemis Bow that much, then get Concentrated Arrow. And if you don't care about Artemis Bow like I pretty much do, then don't worry about it, and just use other weapons. But Artemis Bow assures you so that no matter whatever weapons you're using with Ivora, you always have a stealth weapon. And that's kind of what it's meant for. And of course you can use Navigator on it because it's a bow and all that jazz too. So, I'm just kind of showing you Ivora's stuff because I know you're getting Ivora Prime. Let's see what stuff we got. Sabotage, mobile defense, capture. Wow, I still hate all of those. Why couldn't... Okay, well I got the survival Axii. The defense Meso, okay. I will legitimately do this one. Although it's on Phobos, which that kind of makes me scared. Because that's where my Kovalich is. I am a little jealous because I really do like Ivora, and I wanted to get Ivora Prime, but Yeah, I legitimately am kind of jealous. Because I really like Ivora. And Ivora Prime is good. Ivora Prime is better than Ivora for quite a bit of different reasons. One of them being that she has a higher energy capacity, which is really good for Ivora, having a huge energy. Prime Flow, though, you have Prime Flow also, so you'll have a much higher energy capacity than me overall. And that means the reason that's important is because the bigger energy capacity you have, the more energy you can store. The more energy you store, the longer you can stay on Prowl. And also the more you can use Quiver, and the longer you can use Navigator, and the more times you can shoot Artemis Bow. Oh, do you not have Prime Flow? I thought you had a Prime Flow. Oh wait, you have Flow though, So with with Ivora's base energy capacity being higher, you should have with a Prime variant. I mean, probably with your Flow, you might have about the same energy as me. Then, I think I have a little over 600 energy capacity with my Ivora. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing to shake a stick at. It's still pretty good, but it's not as good as it could be. Question is, do I take my Haro? Or do I take my Titania, or do I take my Nova? My Nova. How's my Nova not? My Nova's still not full rank. Which do I take? Nova, Titania, or Haro? Oh man, Lacey's not having a good time down there. What can I put that would even be remotely good in this slot? Lightning Dash, Rending Turn, Speed Drift would be fine, I suppose. Maybe Cutting Drift. Sure, why the hell not? Never mind, I can't even do that. I would need 5. I'll take Nova then. Nova technically is the most efficient. Okay, well if you're leaving, then I might actually stop playing or something. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Bye then.